This is such a joke. Such a joke, the media and the Democrats, some of the never-Trumpers, some of the saboteurs. This is just such a joke. The chat fallout, the text fallout. The Democrats and the media are insisting there was classified information in there. They're insisting on it. Okay, so what was it? Apparently, we're bombing the hell out of the Houthis in Yemen, and we're not getting many reports from our reporters about this, are we, Mr. Producer? I'm not reading much. We're not getting many reports about the impact of our military actions. There's been more time spent on this than the killing of 13 precious, heroic military personnel when Biden did what he did in Afghanistan. The Democrats have said more in 48 hours about this texting than they did about the horrendous death of our 13 soldiers. They didn't demand that Austin resign. They didn't demand that Milley resign. They didn't demand anything. They didn't want to know from Butkus. Now, I posted, I guess it was yesterday, Mr. Producer, last night, whenever it was. I don't give a blank about this. I don't give a blank about this because President Trump and his team will get to the bottom of it. We need to know what happened. How a reporter who hates Trump, in my view, hates the country, radical kook. His wife is a big Dem, and he's a big Dem. He's always in the middle of these controversies trying to set up Trump. That's not a reporter. That's a hitman. That's a Pravda-like hitman. We need to know how he got this information. That's a fact. But all this stuff from Mark Warner and the Democrats, they feel this is where they've got the Democrats. This is where the Democrats feel this is where we've got Trump, rather. Now we've got him. They don't have anything and you don't have anyone. As desperate as they are. They don't have anything and they don't have anyone. Now they're calling for the resignation of Hegseth. Hegseth wasn't even involved. He was discussing some information with his fellow National Security Council team members. So he should resign. Waltz should resign. Who else? Gabbard. Oh, she should resign too. All three of them should resign. You understand what I'm saying? How ridiculous this is? Just consider the source. Democrats, media, and this guy Goldberg. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it's not what they're trying to portray it as. It's not this massive scandal that they're trying to create. They came to Hillary Clinton's defense when she abused classified information. They come to Biden's defense when he abused classified information. They tried to stick the classified information stuff on Trump when he was, when he was president and leaving as president. Even though he had constitutional protections, I argued from day one, correctly. But now they're trying to turn this into some massive event. It's not a massive event. As the president said repeatedly today, this has been enormously successful. Amazes me is this. We literally have had military personnel severely injured, brain injuries, from what the Houthis did. And to fire the prior regime of doing anything effective about it. Again, you didn't hear the Democrats. You have a president of the United States that's funding the enemy, helping them fund their nuclear program against the United States. You didn't hear them whine about him. With terrorists coming across our border, probably Chinese communist spies for all we know. You didn't hear the Democrats concerned about that. You would Adam Schiff anxiously talking to people who he thought were Russians, providing him information on Trump. Turns out they were two comedians. You had Schiff working with a so-called whistleblower and others from the White House who had monitored, transcribed the president's discussion with Zelensky in Ukraine, leaked information to the Democrats on the Hill, to Schiff. Guy was a hero. So this is really small potatoes to me. I'm not worked up about it. As I said in the Post, I don't give an S about it because they'll get to the bottom of it and they'll fix it. That's what they'll do. With having an enormously successful, it turns out, campaign against the Houthis, which they're not reporting about. They're not reporting on it. And so they want to distract us. I'm not going to be distracted, neither are you. I do want to play some of what took place on Capitol Hill while you were at work or doing other important things. So Pete Hegseth should resign. Tulsi Gabbard should resign. This is them. Walt should resign. These people a joke? They got Swalwell in there. Guy was sleeping with a communist Chinese agent. Is this a joke? Yeah, it's a joke. Cut one, go.
Nobody's texting war plans. Well, I noticed this morning, out came something that doesn't look like war plans. And as a matter of fact, they even changed the title to attack plans because they know it's not war plans. There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information. You know,
now, what's interesting about this is I said pretty much the same thing last night, didn't I, Rich? There's nothing here. Well, you have times and some of the names of the jet. Yeah, okay. That's not a war plan. That's some information. There's no question about it. But not enough to matter. Go ahead.
I see them every single day. I looked at them this morning. I looked at attack plans this morning. You know who does attack plans and war plans? Men like that admiral right there, Paparo, for the Indo-Pacific, or Eric Kurilla, our general in CENTCOM. They do attack plans and war plans. And thank God we have those leaders who do it and do it well, and our enemies know it. My job, as it said atop of that, everybody's seen it now, team update is to provide updates in real time. General updates in real time. Keep everybody informed. That's what I did. That's my job. The war fighters will take the fight to the enemy, and I love what they do. And with President Trump's leadership, our enemies are on notice. We will have peace through strength, and we'll keep putting our troops first.
It's hard to even know why they're attacking Hegseth. He didn't do anything except express to his national security team colleagues in a rather general way what they were doing. Why is he his head on the chopping block? Because it's like the French Revolution. You know, everybody's got to go, according to the Democrats. They have people in their caucus who support Hamas and Iran. They had people in the Biden regime that were back-channeling information to Iran, and that person was given a higher position at the Department of Defense. They were funding Iran. But that didn't move a single Democrat to complain. Not one. That was okay. That was okay. This is Mickey Mouse, certainly in comparison. That's why I said last night, count me out. I'm not in this. I don't care. Jimmy Gomez is some lowlife from California, of course, a Democrat. And you'll see how low this piece of crap sinks. How low this piece of crap goes. This Jimmy Gomez. And he's talking to Tulsi Gabbard. And I have to say, I'm more and more impressed with Tulsi Gabbard. I just am. Cut two, go.
To your knowledge, do you know whether Pete Hegseth had been drinking before he leaked classified
See what I mean?
information?
See what I mean? Had been drinking? Why would that be an allegation? Pete Hegseth had been drinking? You see, by the nature of the question, this guy is a hitman. He's a lowlife. This Jimmy Gomez. Had he been drinking? Just a complete smear. A complete attack. I don't know. Swalwell was at a hearing today. Was he sleeping with another communist Chinese agent? I'm just curious. Was he? Go ahead.
I don't have any knowledge of Secretary Hegseth's personal habits.
Director Radcliffe, same question. Yes or no?
No, I'm going to answer that. I think that's an offensive line of questioning. The answer is no. I find it interesting that you want to... I'm going to answer. You asked me a question. Do you want an answer?
No, listen.
You don't want to focus on the good work that the CIA is doing, that the intelligence community...
Director, I reclaim my time. Director, I reclaim my time. Here, I have huge respect for the CIA, huge respect for our men and women in uniform.
All right, stop. Mr. Producer, I want you to invite Jimmy Gomez on the show. I'm serious. Go ahead.
On the top of minds of every American. Right?
No, that's not, you little jerk. You little peanut. No, it's not. As for top of mind, you have to have a mind to have a top of mind to begin with, clown, and you don't. It's an outrageous question that you asked, and you planted. And when you got pushback from a real man, Ratcliffe, you melted like butter on a stove. You're a punk. I don't know. Are you on drugs? Are you drunk? Do you have syphilis? Hey, Jimmy, I want to ask you those questions. Will you come on the show, please? You have bleeding hemorrhoids? Huh? Do you? I want to know, Jimmy. I want to know all about you, you punk. Go ahead.
Stood in front of a podium in Europe.
I sounded like you slurred right there to me, didn't he, to you, Mr. Producer? It's called podium, not poem. You moron. Go ahead.
So, of course, we want to know if his performance is compromised. If people were asking if the General Austin was compromised because of a heart issue.
Was his performance compromised because he was in the hospital and he didn't tell his boss? Who is this guy? Where'd they find this guy? Congressman, this is the best they can do in this district? This sleazeball who sleazes out from under a rock? Jimmy Gomez? What is he, a comedian or something? I don't know. Go ahead.
Because of a successful strike?
Back. Mr. I bring my...
you want to know? You want to talk about accepting responsibility? Do you think you should accept responsibility for a successful strike to make Americans safer? You want to focus on...
You reclaim your time, you moron. Then there's a guy whose name I couldn't pronounce if my life depended on it. I'm just being honest. It's not to be rude. It's got so many consonants in it, Mr. Producer, I don't know how to pronounce it. Raja, I'll spell it. Krishnamoorthi. You need like 2 bumper stickers, during the campaigns, don't you? One for the first name, one for the last. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cloistered. I've never quite seen anything like it, but apparently it's a very popular name in Illinois. Raja Krishnamoorthi. Cut 3, go.
This is classified information. This is classified information.
But it's not marked classified. It's not classified. You want it to be classified, right? You want it to be classified. You're desperate for... They wish that what they assert had been done. Ladies and gentlemen, they weren't concerned about Hillary's emails that were officially classified as classified information. They could care less. Or Joe Biden's. They didn't care. They care less. Go ahead.
Weapon system, as well as sequence of strikes, as well as details about the operations. And so I think that just piggybacking off of what some other members have said, using the DOD's manual...
I don't know, Raj. Have you been drinking? I'm just curious. Were you drinking today? Were you drinking before you started this committee hearing? Folks, if all these personal questions are okay, they're okay. I don't know. Raj. Are you okay? Is your health okay? I'm just curious. You don't happen to have any kind of poison ivy in the wrong places, do you, Raja? I'm just curious. I just need to know. I mean, Jimmy Gomez is on a hell of a line of questioning there, I thought.